So I guess welcome to a new episode of देसी फुटबॉल बैंटर. हमारे साथ हैं अरमान, दिव्यांश एंड एसपी. हम लोग अभी डिस्कस करने वाले हैं एवर्टन के साथ जो हुआ है कांड. तो क्या कांड हुआ है? तो एवर्टन पे 10 पॉइंट का डिडक्शन लगा दिया है फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन. तो मुझे आप लोग ये बताओ कि ये फेयर है या अनफेयर है, एंड अभी एवर्टन का क्या होगा? मतलब एवर्टन बचेगा, रेलीगेट होगा, रोएगा, प्लेयर्स क्या करेंगे, स्ट्राइक पे जाएंगे या डिसीजन इसका ओवरटर्न होने वाला है? क्या लगता है आप लोग को? बताओ ना.
Definitely the decision won't get overturned, वो तो sure है.
हम्म.
But I think it is unfair, yeah, of course. Because looking at Man City, they have over 100 breaches and they have not been penalized even once. But looking at Everton, they just got one breach and now they're down bad.
एग्जैक्टली.
So,
Legally, I think it's fair because it's this is उन्होंने they've breached something, तो as per they must have been tried and उन्होंने admit भी किया उन्होंने गलती की है, तो legally it's fair. It's just the swiftness in which they have taken action, already sanction भी निकाल दिया, and then you have a club which clearly has a lot more resources, better lawyers, more expensive lawyers, so they can drag it out, win title after title. So that is the only thing that I guess from a moral perspective doesn't feel very ethical, but otherwise it's fair क्योंकि rule तो तोड़ा है उन्होंने.
एसपी, तुझे क्या लगता है? मतलब डर लग रहा है क्या? मतलब सिटी के कुछ होने वाला है ऐसा करके? टाइटल वाइटल सब जो पुराने वाले जो जीते हो वो सब छीन लेंगे तो क्या करोगे अभी?
डर क्या होता है हमने ऑलरेडी देख लिया है. जब यूनाइटेड को हराया, मतलब व्हेन यू आर टायर्ड, तो उसके बाद चैंपियंस लीग में मैड्रिड हराया, उसके बाद वापस हराया. सो वी यूज्ड टू दिस, नो फियर ऑफ इट, लाइक व्हाट यू डन. बट देन आई थिंक इट्स मोर अबाउट सिटी. इट्स मोर लाइक वी टू फोकस ऑन एवर्टन. इसका मतलब जो भी केस हुआ है अभी, is it fair? Yeah, they did something wrong and they were punished for it. I don't think that's the first time that's ever happened.
है ना?
And what
मतलब
thing
पहले भी आई
comes,
थिंक पोर्ट्समथ के अगेंस्ट कुछ हुआ था ऐसा सिमिलर ना, द लास्ट टाइम दे प्लेड इन दैट
I think
सीजन.
Middlesbrough also.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, go on, SP. Yeah, we are saying not the first
but
time.
the harshness and the severity is first time for like a lot of people who have seen this thing. So I guess इतने बड़े magnitude में होना चाहिए, that I would not agree. But as I said, that the situation at City is not apples to apple; it's apples to oranges. Because in City there were also issues with the ownership, where the question was brought in: कि government should never interfere in uh, side and their financial proceedings, but the government of UAE is automatically involved because the owner currently is related to the president there and has political backing, as well as the money that they earn there, they're trying to channel it outside. And so it's not very clear. There have been allegations made, and there is definitely a bit of power there to say that it won't be the same way, they won't be affected the way Everton are. But keeping that aside, for Everton, it's like the worst time that could happen to them. The reason again being the ownership being, changing. 94% of the stake was diluted by the owner just now, and an American firm is taking it over. At that time, if you get a sanction like this, they won't be able to process it quickly. Also, the legacy and all everything it doesn't come into play. They don't get to have a very strong stance here, and as a result of which, a team which is right now, not last time, 2 times was all about to be relegated, is right now at middle of the table, and suddenly they get a 10-point deficit after 12 matches, and they fall to 19. Very harsh. But yeah, I don't think comparing with City will get us anywhere. But to analyze this standalone will tell us the actual thing. Ki Everton will need to come back from that, and I think that's what they have to focus on right now while they're challenging it. But you can see they're accepted it also.
I just wanted to add one more thing to the analysis. What they were saying is like there was a profit and sustainability rule. Like within I think 3-year period, you can only have a loss of I
So and
think
so.
negative. Yeah, 124 million or something, and they were 104 million, and these people
105 is what.
105 million.
105 is permitted, and they went 124 or something.
Yes,
So when
yes.
I'm not a lawyer, so but to me that it's not like they have done such a like I don't know, they didn't poach like a very young player or something. So even that, when you look at the 10-point deduction as compared to over a 3-year period, there were 14 million year or thereof. So even that feels harsh for me.
तो हम
I
लोग.
just have one question.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the transfer ban which Chelsea got a few seasons ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, how is that any different from this? Why did they just get one transfer window, two transfer windows off, and Everton get a 10-point deduction?
गुड क्वेश्चन. आई हैव
That's the thing
एब्सोल्युटली
I
नो
don't
आइडिया इन
understand.
दिस. मतलब मेरे को ये नहीं पता कि
All I know is Man City didn't get anything.
ट्रू
They got
ट्रू
a lot of.
नहीं, बट दिस इज अ फेयर क्वेश्चन ना कि मतलब
One more question. Will Man City ever get charged though with what they have done actually? Or will this go on?
They have been charged,
Like,
but it's going on in the court. Like it's
The
not
charge
been
has already been
proven.
like
done.
no,
I
when
guess.
will they actually get penalized? Will it be decades,
Only when it is
centuries?
proven, right? It's not proven. It's just a charge at the moment.
It might be dismissed also. So like it depends.
Might
Like
be
whenever
dismissed also.
the court.
It will be
hearing-
dismissed.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
But
a-
like I once man, come on, nothing's gonna be.
It's like a multi-million billionaire company. Like they can't do anything to them, man. Like they won't be able to do anything.
बट इसका क्वेश्चन फेयर क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अमान नो कि मतलब क्या डिसाइड करके ये लोग करते हैं कि नहीं हम लोग ट्रांसफर बैन लगाएंगे या फिर नहीं हम लोग पॉइंट डिडक्शन
नहीं, but
करेंगे.
चेल्सी ने exactly ये I don't know what they did, but I think बहुत अलग-अलग रूल्स है. तो उन्होंने अगर एक यंग एज में आपने किसी प्लेयर को ले लिया जब आप नहीं ले सकते, बहुत
अच्छा.
अलग-अलग रूल्स होते हैं. तो एवर्टन ने स्पेसिफिकली ये रूल तोड़ा है. तो आई एम होपिंग उनका एक फ्रेमवर्क होगा. ये रूल तोड़ा है तो दिस इज व्हाट वी विल पेनलाइज यू. चेल्सी माइट हैव ब्रोकन अनदर रूल. आई डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट
Yeah.
इट इज, बट
The same-
आर्सेनल को मतलब डरने का जरूरत है क्या? मतलब हम लोग का कुछ सीन नहीं है ना.
from the beginning they have been very careful with
है ना?
these sort
तो
of
वही
they don't they'll go
Safe
10 years
खेलते हैं
without a
वो.
trophy.
वो safe
Yeah,
खेलते
they'll go 10 years without a
I think
trophy,
you
but
guys
they'll
would be
not
the
encourage it.
greatest fans ever if you know the financial history of your club and like what sort of financial. I don't think anyone's checking that.
नहीं, मुझे पता है कि टिल 2018 तक पूरा एकदम सही था करके बुक्स वगैरह. ये 18 के बाद आर्टेटा ने जो फेंका है पैसा ये काई हावर्ट्ज पे और डिक्लन राइस पे, और जिस हिसाब से
नहीं, actually, under Unai Emery as well, when they bought Nicolas
Nicolas
Pepe and
Pepe,
a few other
80
signings.
million.
ट्रू वो तो
Yeah,
अभी
so
वो इंस्टॉलमेंट से तो चल ही रहा है पेमेंट. वो अभी तक
वो
खत्म-
चल रहा है,
वो
and
चल रहा है.
I think जो agent fees था उसका बहुत ज्यादा था. So
Right.
there was this guy called Raul Sinelli or something like that. I forget. He went to Barcelona. So
एजेंट का
they
नाम
fired.
जुराबचियन ना, वही था ना.
हाँ, that was the agent. He got David Luiz, 2-3
Willian,
same agent.
Cedric,
So there was
सब
some,
वही.
yeah, they were not happy with that. So उन्होंने वो पूरा framework हटा दिया, and they got Edu and Arteta, and now they manage. I think the Kroenke sports enterprise, they manage it now properly.
Yeah.
Guys, I think Edu has actually won something recently. Some
Yeah, he won
director
director of the. Yeah. He won.
Wow, winning
हम लोग
director
को
award for
टाइटल
signing Kai Havertz.
हम लोग को
Nice.
टाइटल वाइटल चाहिए यार. ये सब से क्या हम लोग को मिलेगा, है ना?
Yeah.
है ना डिव? वही. एवर्टन सरप्राइजिंगली हम लोग सीजन के स्टार्टिंग में हम लोग बहुत सोच रहे थे कि एवर्टन विल बी रेलिगेशन कंटेंडर्स. लाइक हम लोग को लग रहा था क्योंकि बैक टू बैक 2 सीजन में
Yeah.
मतलब डेडलाइन डे मतलब लास्ट वाले डे पे सर्वाइव करके वो रुके हुए हैं पीएल में. तो मेरे को लगा था कि ये साल भी स्ट्रगल करने वाले हैं डेफिनेटली. बट उनका अगर आप लास्ट 5-6 फिक्चर्स देखोगे तो दे वर डूइंग वेल. सो दे वॉन अगेंस्ट वेस्ट हैम, यू कैन सी दे वॉन अगेंस्ट पैलेस. ब्राइटन के अगेंस्ट ड्रॉ किया, फिर बॉर्नमथ को उन्होंने हराया 3-0. सो एवर्टन को ईएफएल कप में हराया था. सो दे वर डूइंग वेल इन द लास्ट 7-8 ऑड गेम्स, है ना?
Yeah.
एंड तो आई थिंक दे वर समवेयर अराउंड हियर, है ना? 9 से 13
Yeah.
के बीच में कुछ कहीं पे थे.
I think they were 14th, I guess.
14.
ओके राइट. सो एंड -10 से सीधा यहाँ पे आ गए. तो द बॉटम 3 लुक्स लाइक दिस: शेफील्ड, एवर्टन एंड बर्नली. एंड द अदर 2 कंटेंडर्स आई फील इज बर्नमथ एंड ल्यूटन टाउन, है ना, रेलिगेशन के
Yeah.
लिए. तो ये बताओ मेरे को आप लोग कि डज दिस चेंज योर रेलिगेशन के लिए जो मतलब कंटेंडर्स हैं वो लिस्ट आपका चेंज हुआ क्या बाय दिस एवर्टन का लेटेस्ट न्यूज़?
मेरा, to be very honest, it's still very early. मेरा ऐसे लिस्ट नहीं था, but like some teams I keep noting, like they just keep getting smashed all the time. Like for example, Burnley over there, as you can see, Sheffield, Luton as well. तो अभी भी मेरे लिए वही है. Like,
team
and
है.
I'll just Everton. The thing is, yes, they have lost, but they have a good manager, Sean Dyche. I think if he uses it well, वो siege mentality use करके दिखा सकता है कि हमारे साथ injustice हुआ है. He can try and motivate the players that way. Or if their heads go down, that can also go negative. We'll just have to wait and watch. But Everton, just by themselves, I think they have enough quality in their players and the manager to be able to be safe, even despite the 10-point deduction.
Right.
I feel personally.
For me, I think the newcomers this season who come to the Premier League all have been struggling. Burnley, Sheffield, and Luton. So I still think those three will go down. I don't see anyone
तो तू भी वही
actually
बोल रहा है कि वही तीन
performing well.
मतलब शेफील्ड ल्यूटन एंड बर्नली
Yeah. Bournemouth are also in contention, but I don't think Everton will get relegated. It's too early to say, as Divyan said, it's too early to say. But with Everton, I think their manager is really strong. He's used to relegation battles, and I think he'll climb the club out of the situation.
एंड एसपी तेरे को क्या लगता है?
Same, I think the difference between Bournemouth and Luton as of this early stage of the league itself tells me कि it's not that close. मतलब, while Bournemouth are also not playing very well and the goal difference something you can see, but I see the strike force being decent. With the strike really delivering goals as well, and the other teams they're just struggling to break out. Like if you see Luton Town, they're not faring solidly. They are. They held Liverpool to 1-1, and except for I think the few matches against Arsenal. Arsenal is the one that they lost very poorly, right? I think Arsenal, and then the other one was Newcastle. So those two matches went really poorly for them, but they're not down and out. But yeah, nothing special for them. Once you come into through the the relegation side of it, you have to do something extraordinary like Brentford and Nottingham Forest to stay up there. These clubs haven't done that right now. Everton is just there by sheer bad luck, and they have really great players on the lineup in the form of Abdoulaye Doucouré and if Calvert-Lewin comes back to form, and Michael Linko also performing really well.
Yeah.
So I see, Luton Town, Sheffield, and Burnley maybe probably in that order itself to stay till the end of the season.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Everton में the players are doing well. मतलब the signings that they have brought in this year, Beto and Danzuma, Ashley Young, और कोई तो एक था यार. तो दो लोन वाले साइनिंग्स भी थे ना?
Beto, I think they got right.
Right. तो ये जैक हैरिसन, right? जैक हैरिसन फ्रॉम लीड्स है ना? तो द एंड डोमिनिक कैल्वर्ट-लिविन भी आ रहा है इंजरी से वापस. दिस इज दैट न्यू गाय यूसुफ मिटी, वो उसको लाए पोर्तुगीज लीगा से. ब्राथवेट इज बैक फ्रॉम पीएसवी लोन. तो एंड मैकलिंको भी अच्छा खेल रहा है, राइट? तो स्क्वाड वाइज
Garner also this season, right? Garner.
नहीं लास्ट ईयर था ना, लास्ट ईयर जैन में आया था. या सो सबको लग रहा है कि मतलब एवर्टन इवन दो विद द सेटबैक दे स्टिल हैव एम्पल क्वालिटी टू steer clear of the relegation battle is what you all guys are agreeing with, isn't it? And bottom three हम लोग के सबके पिक्स वही हैं, ल्यूटन, शेफील्ड, बर्नली. आप लोगों को क्या लगता है मतलब बर्नली इस बार क्यों, मतलब why it is not able to do well? मतलब अच्छा मैनेजर है, मतलब पेप का चेला है विंसेंट कंपनी. लोग उसको बहुत हाइप अप कर रहे थे कि मतलब चैंपियनशिप से इसको प्रमोशन.
I think Burnley का the problem is कि like I know that उन्होंने first division में they did very well, like they smashed it apparently last year and then they got promoted. But इधर पे Premier League the jump is too high, and I think he needs better players. I feel if he wants to be able to play in that way against this opposition. So if they get some decent players in January, maybe. Otherwise, yeah, they're gonna struggle. Yeah, and he's also a very new manager, Vincent Kompany. It's not like he has tons of experience as well.
वो सैक हो सकता है क्या?
If it keeps going this way, like 5 losses again, another 5-6 losses,
है ना?
Yeah.
But a sack is not what is going to help them right away. Like their team first needs to be there to compete with others. Like you can't sell out your top strikers. Like Chris Wood goes out of your team and then you expect मतलब मैं अभी भी अच्छा करते रहूँगा. That won't happen. They'll have to
I think
be there.
Weghorst was also there, right, for Burnley a few.
No, he went back to Bundesliga, I think.
It was just for like a one season kind of thing.
Yeah.
They should give Patrick Vieira a chance.
वो अच्छा कर रहा था यार विद पैलेस. He was doing well with Palace. पता नहीं वो लास्ट सीजन में उसको थोड़ा टाइम क्यों नहीं दिए, but I think he had the goods to deliver.
When Burnley's performance, Patrick Vieira comes to play on the field, he might do better. So
अच्छा ऐसा क्या?
I think, yeah, otherwise, but they're not performing at all. Like you can see Burnley team, no moments of magic or anything, and it's not working for them right now.
I think
Not that
the thing with Burnley is one of the most important things is that they're not playing to their strengths. So
Which
if
is
company is like forcing, they should basically pick their games. If it's against a big six opponent or maybe even a mid-table team, they think they can't beat. I think they should play counter-attacking football. It's as simple as that. If it's against like a relegation side, they should probably try playing the possession football they play under company. They should pick their opponents, and that's the only way they can get points. If they keep playing this possession-based football against every team, I don't think they'll get even a single point. It's going to be difficult for them. It'll be loss after loss.
बट एवर्टन
So
का
they should
मतलब
change
बट
it.
एवर्टन के लिए यू गाइस आर ऑल इन फॉर शॉन डाइक ना मतलब कि नहीं उसको रहना चाहिए
Yeah,
करके, right?
see,
He's
I
the
think,
right man
I
for
think
them,
He
isn't
has
it?
done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Sean
I
Dyche
think
has
everyone will
done
agree with
nothing
me.
wrong.
Sean Dyche has just one idea, and he follows that idea to the core. Like it's always been counter-attack, and I don't think he'll ever change it up. So it's always tried and trusted, and yeah, it will give results. So
आई थिंक
that's why
इसके बाद अगर वो सरवाइव कर गया ना रेलिगेशन बैटल एंड ऑफ द सीजन में, वो मतलब बोलेगा कि सारे अवार्ड मेरे को दे दो, मेरे टीम को दो, मुझे दो करके, isn't it? And you would have deserved it as well, isn't it?
I think because they're accused of some charges and all, they'll try to not give any award there. But yeah, definitely, we'll all know matlab, that's a miracle that he'll be pulling out if he comes up even above top 15.
सब एग्री करते हैं कि एवर्टन आर स्टिल
At the moment. At least,
एंड
they're staying up.
उनके पास काफ़ी क्वालिटी है टू सर्वाइव द ड्रॉप एंड होपफुली वी सी देम बैक इन द प्रीमियर लीग अगेन फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर एज वेल बिकॉज दे आर लाइक कम ऑन लेट्स फेस इट, दे आर बिग क्लब, राइट? है ना?
Who is this?
एवर्टन मतलब एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इंग्लैंड में टॉप
Oh yeah, they're a good club, man. Yeah.
Everton have had the biggest
एंड
downfall
बड़ी क्लब
ever.
भी है यार, ऐसा नहीं
They
कि
were
मतलब
like-
छोटा मोटा क्लब है, मतलब इट्स अ बिग क्लब एज
Dude,
वेल.
under David Moyes, they used to challenge for top four
Top four,
consistently.
yeah.
Top 4,
Yeah,
top
and-
6, yeah.
Yeah, अपना
And they have a lot of
Mikel-
history as well. A lot of old club. Yeah, that's a good club.
अपना मिकेल आर्टेटा भी तो वहीं से ही आया है, कहाँ मतलब क्या एक्स एवर्टन.
Yeah, he's an Everton player.
तो
Yeah.
टिम केल, पेनार, वो क्या दिन थे यार,
That's
याकूबो,
not something to
लुइस
show off
साहा,
about, but-
हाँ?
Not something to show off about कि Everton से आया, but okay, we'll take it.
राइट. कि आप लोगों को क्या लगता है कि एवर्टन का ये सिचुएशन क्यों हुआ, बाय द वे? किसी को आइडिया है क्या?
Seeing their transfers, I don't think that is the major reason. But I had read somewhere about that they were building a new stadium at
stadium.
Merseyside.
Yes.
Yeah, and those always do incur like huge costs. That could probably add to their losses, and that might be one of the reasons because being mentioned in articles also across. So probably a wrong time to be doing those infrastructure changes.
मैंने पढ़ा कि द प्रीमियर लीग वाज एक्चुअली आर्गुइंग फॉर अ 12-point डिडक्शन. ठीक है, तो अभी उसमें लिखा है कि द क्लब्स 16th place finish in 21-22 season caused an unexpected loss of around 21 million. ठीक है, एंड थ्रेशोल्ड से 19.5 million एक्सीड कर रहे थे, विच इज़ व्हाई दिस पेनल्टी हैज हैपेंड. ठीक है,
Yeah, like the 124.5 versus 105.
मेक सेंस. तो टॉफिस बोल रहे हैं कि दे हैड प्लान्ड प्लेयर सेल्स एक्सीडिंग 80 million, बट वो पैंडेमिक अफेक्टेड हुआ, ये हुआ, फिर एक दो प्लेयर का सेल मतलब अच्छे से नहीं गया, फिर डेली एली को एक दो प्लेयर को वो लोग रिलीज वगैरह भी किए, तो ट्रांसफर फीस भी सही से नहीं उनको मतलब मिला नहीं वगैरह, प्लस द न्यू स्टेडियम लाइक हाउ यू स्टेटेड, या इट ऑल एड्स अप, इजंट इट? 100 million मिला है ना अभी लेवी को, करेगा इन्वेस्ट अभी?
नहीं, वो तो स्पेंड कर दिया भाई वैंडरवैन उस पे.
अच्छा वैंडरवैन कितने में गया बाय द वे?
50 million.
Really?
Add-ons, of course. Have you seen him play, man? 50 million.
Easy.
Yes,
it
he
was
will.
अबे वो
That's
इतना
why
एक्सपेंसिव
it's
प्लेयर है?
50 million euros यार पाउंड्स में पता नहीं कितना है, पर 50 million
नहीं
euros.
बट
50 million is a decent amount, no?
है ना, वही मतलब इजी एज गुड एज बेन वाइट. नो कम ऑन. Easy.
What is this? Okay, fine. I'm not gonna say anything.
I think this
ये-
podcast being done
What
fast, would have not
What is
done
it?
well.
ये करेंगे, ये बात इसके बाद
Wait, what happened? Did he say something outlandish, Sharman? Why did you get so offended?
बाद में करेंगे इसको.
No, that's.
I'll cut it out.
See,
I'll
you're
cut
comparing a
this.
fullback to a centre back.
I'll
That
cut
is
this out.
like